Oh, oh, hey girl, how's it going? I am fab. I've got a small Jack Russell and some vino, so yeah, should be should be a good live stream. Oh, I mean, she's kind of like gotten into. Oh, I'm sorry. She's just eaten dinner, so she's a bit like sleepy. But yeah, this is Bella. Ooh, she's like, oh my god. Yeah, she knows the drill. I know. Doing something daft. We're good. We're just kind of trying, like everyone else, just to stay sane. And oh, now she's awake. Hello. She basically, I've got a few lights and that set up, so she's like, it's so bright. What's going on? Yes, possibly. Yeah, I mean, at first I was kind of a bit panicked and stuff, as I'm sure many people were. Most of I mean, I am a YouTuber, but most of my work is events, documenting events. So that was kind of the first thing to go. So I was a bit like, oh no. But I kind of realised like I'm quite lucky that, there's other things I can do to keep myself afloat, hopefully. So I've just been trying to make some good content, which is kind of difficult when you're stuck at home most of the day, and doing a bit of live streaming as well. So yeah. Oh my god, everyone and their dog is going live these days. Every time I go on Instagram and someone's live. Oh yeah. 10. I'm not following enough happening people, I don't think. So I bought this because it has a screw top, not a cork, because I don't have a corkscrew. This is a Malbec from Chile, and I don't know, it looked kind of fancy, and it was only £5, so that that's how I roll. But yeah, only a little bit. Oh, oh, lovely. Oh, thanks. Mm. Oh, so every Wednesday at 6 p.m. UK time, I do like an interactive turbo session. So people can join in and I will take them through like a turbo workout. So we're talking like hard intervals, hit sessions, all sorts, but we all do it together. And yeah, I'm hoping to have some guests on that. So, if you're free on Wednesday, we'll have to get you on. Mm. Oh yes. Oh, amazing. Yeah, no, I think you'll enjoy it. Mm. Oof. I mean, I've been cycling pretty much as long as I can remember. I started road cycling. I got my first road bike when I was about 11 or 12. And then I was pretty into it from then and started racing a couple of years after that. Um, I'm from a cycling family, so I'm actually a fourth generation cyclist, which is pretty nuts. And both my parents raced, so I was kind of, brought up in that world. Not many families or people really were into cycling when I was younger. But it's way more popular now, which is great. And yeah, so that's kind of how I started. My parents started the local cycling club in the village, so I started doing kind of go ride sessions, a bit of cyclocross and that sort of thing. And once I started racing, that was it because I'm quite competitive. Oh yeah, definitely. Mm. Oh. I know you don't want to be that person who's really annoyed when you lose a QOM, but you like deep down you're like, oh, oh, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it was just, the whole culture of cycling, it's quite traditional in many respects. So straight from the get-go, I kind of was immersed in that world. And I think, like, I remember watching Lance win the Tour and stuff like that, and it being very, like, that was the bigger than the World Cup, bigger than any sporting event, watching the Tour de France, watching Paris-Roubaix. And my dad had, like, loads of collections of old cycling magazines and bits and bobs. So yeah, there was lots to kind of to learn about in the beginning. Yes. I mean, I was pretty rubbish, but like, I was very so at school. I was quite a good runner, so I was very good at like just going at one speed. I kind of started cycling by doing time trials, so I was really good for like 10 miles, and then but I couldn't go any harder than that sort of speed. So when I started road racing, I literally used to get dropped and then just ride like behind the group because I couldn't go like every time they'd sprint up the hill. That was my pace. I was like, this is my pace. I got so in the first couple of years, it was like trying to be able to go quicker and slower and like be able to get involved properly in a race rather than just being like, I'm this speed now. I mean, it was kind of like surreal to be able to experience that, and I was very lucky to ride one year as a professional in 2016 or 17, I think it was. And it was a phenomenal experience for me, but I think that I mean, I don't know if I believe in fate completely, but it didn't completely work out. I got a little bit sick, and ended up not continuing through with it. But at the same time, I discovered that I had this talent for making videos, and yeah, it's kind of weird how it all happened, but it seems that it was the right thing to happen. That I kind of gradually, as I sort of faded away from elite racing cycling, that I've slowly become like a, I don't know what you'd call me, like a cycling influencer, content lady. I don't know. I know it's weird. I mean, I hate the word influencer because I think a lot of people kind of construe that word to mean these kind of lifestyle people who live fake lives, whereas yeah, whereas I kind of like I became that person because I just had been like cycling was my life, and I had a very I was very closely involved with it, and I felt like I wanted to share my story of my racing and kind of stepping up through women's professional cycling and racing abroad and all that sort of thing. I wanted to show that, and just be, I didn't want to complain about women's cycling not being as well documented. I wanted to try and do something. Um, exactly, and so that's kind of what led me to start the channel, and yeah, so it just kind of went on from there. But yeah, I'm not offended if people say I'm an influencer because I suppose that sort of I vaguely fall under that bracket. Yeah, I know. I would probably pick I'd probably pick maybe I don't know, international superstar of things. Yes. Mm. Yeah, I mean, I think when you're trying to be an elite athlete, you're walking that line, whether that be with training, whether that be with nutrition, whether that, whatever you're doing, you're trying to do it to, the line, as it were. So I do understand why athletes, and not just athletes, people in general, end up kind of going over that line and losing sight of the bigger picture. I mean, I think for myself, I've always been quite slight, so for me, because of my body type, it's something I shouldn't have really focused on at all because I was already quite thin anyway, just because of like genetically. But I think I mean, I don't know. I think people, it really depends what you mean by being too obsessive, because obviously I think that you should have a good diet and that you should be not eating a load of crap, but equally you need to be having some sort of balance there, like you need in all parts of your life. I think if food becomes the only thing, then there is a problem there. Um, but what I would say is if you are an athlete, and I know Emily is competing, riding for drops, and for someone like Emily, she needs to be clued in on her nutrition, but it's maybe good to if she's going to do something drastically different or cut back on something to just ask someone who cares about her to review that. Um, my other half, Jake, he's a professional for Canyon, and often if he's trying to kind of lean up or get more in shape for an event, it's something we both talk about and try and not. Because I think if he was just left to do it, he just maybe would go too far. So yeah, it's a really difficult question. Yeah, and I think you've got to remember it all comes down to performance. So it's not about food, it's not about calories, it's about, is this choice going to make me better on the bike or not? And starving yourself is not going to make you better on the bike. So, you know, so yeah, I think it's a difficult thing for a lot of people. But I think the best thing is to get other people involved who care about you in that journey discussion. Yeah. Oh, oh, I would, I would have signed a 2-year contract. Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I think I would have. I mean, I don't really regret much in life. So there's nothing that I think, oh, I wish I'd really done that. But for me, I think I I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's not really anything that I think I missed, but I think that I would have gotten that second opinion from someone else. And I think my main issue was not trusting myself enough when I started doing that, because I was like, okay, shit, someone's paying me to ride a bike now. There's all this pressure that I gave myself. So, I pushed myself too hard, like beyond what is, rational. And I think had I gone, oh, this is not normal, like, then I would have kind of seen it before it was too late. But I kind of like just kept going and just thought, oh, I must not be fit enough. I'll train harder. Yeah, yeah. And having coaches who are remote and who aren't, you need someone. Maybe you can have a coach who's remote, but you need someone in your day-to-day life who can just like be checking in on you and, oh, you don't look so well today, are you taking enough rest days? And just someone to keep an eye on you, really. That's what you need. A guardian angel. I like that. Yes. Oh, I mean, I think I don't know, you'd have to ask people who kind of knew me before all this started, but I feel like I always was a bit of a loudmouth, had an opinion, was very outgoing, maybe too opinionated sometimes. Strong personality is what we're going to say, strong personality. And I think that initially when I started, I was like kind of like you get more comfortable being yourself as it goes on. So I watched the videos at the start, and they're still me, but there's I can tell that I'm like feeling awkward. I feel awkward a little bit, especially when I was like there doing it. Like I'm making like my first couple of videos with my teammates, and they're like, who's your mate? and yeah, so basically I just started doing it, and I remember having this chat with my mum, and she was like, I made my first video, and I'm like, Mum, I've made this video, what do you think? And she watched it, and she was like, oh, it's great, it's really good. And I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm scared to post it. She's like, Karen, don't be so stupid. People will love it. It will be amazing. And if they don't love it, then who gives a damn what they think anyway? And I was like, oh, all right. Um, Definitely. So my mum gave me a right kick up the backside to get going, and then my confidence grew as I went through it. And I think I do still have, because it's quite creative things, I do have like days where I'm like, oh my God, I can't today. And it ebbs and flows. Mm. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I did have, a bit of a panic initially, but then when I when I kind of got through that first week of not knowing what was going on, I just kind of thought, well, I can't control that. I can't control what Donald Trump does. I can't control what, you know, I was like, I can't control it. And I was like, okay, what is it? Oh, hello. what is it? What is it that I can control? And yeah, that's kind of where I went from there. Um, oh, I mean, most recently, I would say the Haute Route video. So I went to Haute Route Amman, which was like amazing. Yeah, it was really nice. So I'd never been there before. I just literally got asked, very, very grateful to be invited to kind of go along and see what it was all about. And I literally had no idea about the country. I had no idea about the roads. Like, do people even cycle there? Like, I had no idea. And I think also because it is in the Middle East, I naively thought that, I was like, oh, I don't know how it is for women, which was kind of ignorant on my part because, every Middle Eastern country, which I now know, is completely different. And Oman was so welcoming, and genuinely I was kind of like blown away, and I was like, oh, I feel so embarrassed that I thought this about this country, like I was like, oh, is it okay for me to go places on my own? Or, like I had no idea because it was so unknown. Mm. Yeah, exactly. Because I didn't want to, I was like, oh, can I wear shorts? Like I didn't want to offend anyone either. So I think by actually going there and experiencing it, I was like, oh, like this is totally fine. This is way better than like everyone was super friendly, and I was just like, oh my god, yes, yeah, definitely. Okay, you'd try and get me to say them now. So yes, the Jebel Akdar. Mm, we did, and then we did. I believe so. It took me 2 hours to get to the top. Oh yeah, I mean, it just took so long. It was so steep. It was like crazy, crazy steep, and yeah, so it was just unbelievable. Like I can't, like everything that I'd kind of expected, it just sort of like blew it out the water and was like, oh, it's so good. I mean, I wouldn't say I trained specifically for it, or I mean, it's kind of a weird one because obviously I'm not racing anymore, and towards the end of last year, I kind of was like over cycling a little bit, and just didn't feel that motivated to keep riding. Especially with it being winter, I was just like, I'm over this. So I kind of only really started riding again kind of January time, and but I'm quite lucky. I run a cycling training camp in February in Calpe, so I managed to get in 2 weeks of cycling there just before I went. Yeah. I mean, honestly, Haute Route would have been, I'm pretty sure it would have been cancelled had it been like a couple of days later because I think when we flew back, Oman then cancelled all events in the country, bringing in outsiders. So I was very lucky to get that event in. Yeah. Sarah, I know where Sarah is actually. Sarah's in Geneva, Switzerland. Mm, I know. Oh, and so just to tell you a little bit about Sarah. So when I was 18, I rode with Sarah for Brixton Cycles, and we raced track together, and we had possibly the sickest women's team ever, in my opinion. Just saying. And now Sarah lives in Geneva and has a daughter called Keira. Shout out. I know, see? I mean, it's really hard because I've been very lucky to ride my bike all over the shop. I mean, I would say Austria was really amazing because it's like blue lakes, mountains, but then also Geneva, Switzerland, and kind of like into Italy where like the Stelvio is. Just anywhere with mountains really does it for me. Ooh. I mean, I would say that when I was racing, I was an all rounder. I was just kind of like pretty solid at all of the things, but not really great at any of them. So I was, yeah, I liked the kind of classic style races. You know, the races I did best is when it was like really hard, and then a sprint from a breakaway was sort of like my preference. Um, but yeah, now I just don't even know. I probably would say I'm still an all rounder, but I have literally no sprint now. It's gone. It's long gone. Yeah, I mean, like I can I can chug along for ages, but then yeah, that's it. I'm back to just doing my pace. Mm, sneaky. Yes. Oh yes, definitely. I know. I think we're having some problem on the YouTube though because people are saying audio is pretty choppy. Oh no. Everything is fine on Laura's Instagram. I'm just gonna comment your Instagram. Laura C. Winter. I mean, working for yourself in whatever industry is a personal battle, I would say. You know, it's having that motivation and stuff every day, day in, day out, and being able to be creative 24/7 isn't always possible. So it's just about learning. You learn a lot about yourself, I find, and what you can do, what you can't do, when you're most productive and stuff. So I've learned a lot since I started. Um, what was the question again? I feel like I've lost something about. Is it hard or what? How is it? Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, but it is hard. Yeah. I don't feel like I've answered that question fully enough, but I'm not sure what they would like to know. General. Okay, I feel like I gave a general answer, so. Mm, mm. I mean, by being my own entity outside of the cycling industry, I can kind of like forge my own path. So I'm not, you know, uh, because I've been around cycling so long, I'm not intimidated by the fact that it's a male dominated industry, but I feel, if that makes sense, so like I'm aware that, that is a factor for a lot of people, but because I'm kind of outside of it and I'm selling, essentially advertising and being able to document events and that sort of thing, because I feel like I'm really good at that. I don't really feel like my gender really plays into that. Because I feel like people hire me because they like my videos and they see that I've got a good little audience and they want to potentially show that event to that audience. So hopefully it shouldn't really matter. I can't hear it actually, but shout out Richard. Ooh. I mean, my daily ritual involves there must be coffee before any bike ride. So that's probably the strongest one. But when I was racing, I would always, be kind of, regardless of what event it was, I'd be kind of going, right, okay, the event starts at this time, and then I'd work back what I wanted to do, prepare this, warm up, get my food ready, whatever it was. And I think I used to kind of write down, okay, the race starts here, so I need to warm up half an hour before that, and then I need to go to the podium, and then I need to do this. And I just kind of, in my head, I'd look at my time and be like, oh, it's 10 past 10, I've got to go to the presentation, and that way, like overly planning and thinking about what I had to do would then I wouldn't be as nervous because I'd be like, right, do this, then do this, and then I'm just thinking about the next thing rather than, oh my god, you got to race 200k with Ellen Van Dyke or whatever it was. I mean, it really depends on the course. I'm just trying to think. I mean, I used to run like, I think 50-15, which is, I believe, 90 inches. Yeah, but it really, the thing is, fixed gear ratios are another thing as well. Yeah. But that's for a race. For like just riding about, I'd have like a way lower gear than that. So, so I would always go with a coffee, most likely, and then particularly in the winter, I'd go for like soup of the day or like some sort of soup, just something to like warm me up and not so filling that it's going to make me feel like really weird. Um, and I don't often stop for cake unless it's like really good cake. And the reason being is because I quite like baking, and when I have cakes from a cafe, I'm like, oh, sometimes disappointed. I know it sounds like I'm bitching about cafes, but if they just if they just like buy it from the shops or whatever, I'm just always like, it's only homemade cakes I can handle. Got my standards. I mean, I don't think we can. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I mean, I think the, I mean, when you say social networking, like there's an element of it that is social media that is totally about your online presence, just overarching, what you're doing online. But then there's also, actually when you're at these events speaking to maybe relevant people or just, like, I mean, I just chat to anyone and everyone, so I'm quite fortunate that I end up potentially bumping into people that I might then work for years down the line. But it's just kind of like being out and about, and I'm quite lucky to get invited to different events and stuff, which I love to do, and you just sort of get immersed in that world, and hopefully you can make the odd sale here and there and keep it going. Mm. Yeah, exactly. Once people know that you did that for that brand, then they go, "Oh, well, I want that for my brand." And once you've done an event video for someone else, it's a lot easier to be able to do it for another company. So it is just kind of a whirlwind. I'm not sure quite how I've done it, but I kind of. Oh, you're so kind to me. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Mm, mm. Yeah, I mean, I suppose like now I don't even think about the fact of being in front of camera because I'm so used to it, but it definitely was massively uncomfortable when I started. But I kind of, this is like my fourth year of making videos, and I before I started YouTube, I made stupid videos at home, and I remember making a video for like Father's Day on, I mean, what was it called, Windows Movie Maker and stuff, and I like spliced different images together. Like honestly, I wish I could find it because it was like quite possibly my greatest video work ever. But yeah, I was kind of like, I suppose I was beginning, I was interested in that sort of thing, and I played around with it a lot before I did YouTube. So I guess when I started, I kind of was like, oh, I'm okay at this, and I'm like now I look back on when I started, I'm like, oh my god, I was so awful. Hi, I'm Laura Winter. Mm. But then saying that, Jake always says to me that he doesn't think I'm my true self when, when I'm on my videos because I'm like, I know the Kira he knows is much more silly. Exactly. I always say it's like the PR version of yourself. So like it's like 90% there, minus a few swears. Ooh. We're keeping it clean. I mean, I would say, because I often get people asking me, I want to start vlogging or I want to start doing this. And I think, definitely play around with it. But you've got to kind of, when it comes to, like I know lots of people who want to do vlogging, but maybe they'd actually be better at podcasting, or maybe they'd be better at writing, or maybe they'd be better at, something else. But until you give a go to those things, you're never going to really know. Um, and for me, I guess I kind of knew what vlogging was, but for me, it was just like making daft videos about my life that I then kind of just snowballed, and I was like, oh, I really enjoy doing this, and I feel like I'm able to share something that no one else is able to share. So that's kind of what led me to want to focus on vlogging. Yeah, 100%. But I always say to people, there's no reason why you couldn't do what I do. Well, we were having a conversation just before we got on here, and I said, well, Laura should start YouTubing things like this. Watch this space. Yeah. Okay. I mean, the biggest thing with YouTube is consistency. So, choosing a day to make videos and just trying to stick to that day. I am someone who has never really followed consistency, but that is a good thing. I'm much better now. I'm much better now. I'm quite a like, I don't know what you would call it. I'm a bit of a my brain is kind of everywhere at one point. So scatterbrain, yes. Scatty, yes. Yeah, so and I like some weeks I'm so creative and I can make a video every day, and then other weeks I'm like not sure what to do. Yeah, so I think it's just about trying to keep it fun, um, because it's not sustainable if it's not fun, and try and just do something once a week or once every other week. Just like set yourself a little schedule, come up with ideas, and keep it fun. Yeah, that's my top tips. Mm, mm. I mean, I would say that I still like massively have like a whole other side of my life that I never show on the internet. The stuff that I document on YouTube is like I suppose like my fitness life. If so, what I'm doing cycling wise, what I'm doing with my training, what I'm eating to prepare for that training, and it's all focused around cycling stuff. So for me, it's very easy to just okay, cycling stuff is my online life, and then because there's so many aspects to me as a person that I don't put on YouTube because I'm in a cycling niche. Um, Although saying that, I did just make a workout video, which is gonna go up next week. We're talking like mountain climbers and like core stuff. Yeah. Yes. I know. Still sort of fitness, yes. I mean, I don't feel like, yeah, I mean, if people were really that interested to know something, I would probably say, but I don't know. It's not like I feel like I'm keeping it secret, but I just only talk about like my sporting endeavours. And occasionally the dog will be in the videos, and occasionally Jake will be in the videos, but the reality of my life is that they are pretty much always there. Whereas just on the internet, they're not as much because it's about my work. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, mm, Oh, do you know what? I've not seen it yet. I'm gonna have to. Oh, it changes the perspective for sure. Mm. I've not seen it yet. I've heard about it. Mm. They need to get more vloggers in there, man. Oh, so I absolutely love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So it's like a comedy New York City cop series. But do you know who the Lonely Island are? Andy Samberg is a part of the Lonely Island, which is a comedy band. They did. I'm just trying to think of a song title of one of their songs that isn't rude. Uh, they did the one with Captain Jack Sparrow. No. Okay. Well, people watching who know, no. um, yeah, so check that out. It's quite funny. But actually, to be honest, the last couple of days, Jake and I have just been playing loads of card games. Yeah. Mm. Oh no. Mm. Oh, definitely. I was looking at ordering one because one of my friends, Angus Sung, I don't know if you know him, videographer. You're not in the know, girl. Anyway, he posted an Instagram story of puzzles, and I was like, oh, that would be the perfect like quarantine project. Although I'm actually painting at the minute, so that's my. I'm doing two big canvases for in the house. I know, artwork with a brush. Oh yes, I actually studied art and design, don't you know? I don't know. It must be the wine or the art. Oh. No, well, yes, I mean, it's so rare, my work these days. Yeah, I've got a few big paintings actually at my parents' house. Yeah, but, mm, yes, yes. What are you on about? You got loads of talents. Says the woman who's trained 3 times today. It's just like, give me the endorphin, all of the endorphins. Impressive. Mm. Oh wow. Yeah, oh, I'm on a boat. I don't think it was Lonely Planet. I really think it was Lonely Island. I'm gonna hold my ground here. What's his name? Possibly. And they did a song with Akon about I just had. And it felt so nice. Yeah. Yes. I know. She is. She's kind of. I'm gonna angle the camera down. She's kind of dozing at the minute. Oh, it looks like I've got black jeans on, but it is in fact the dog. Yes. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yes, because Vince was on one of my live streams last week or the other week anyway, and we were talking about what we were doing in quarantine, and he makes music. So I was like, make me a song. I know, it's a talent. Charles. Bye. Okay, so if you are following along on YouTube, we've just finished the live stream. I'm sorry, I think it might not have worked as well as I had imagined it would have. But if you stuck with, thank you so much. We will be back next week on Wednesday for a live turbo and Friday for just good old chat. So see you then. Keep risking it for a biscuit. Bye.